Today, I'm going to be sharing my monthly cost of living in Makati, one of the most vibrant and bustling cities in the Philippines, but also one of the most expensive. Whether you're a local or a resident or a potential expat looking to move here, understanding the cost of living is essential. Just a note before we dive into the costs, these are my costs of living here in Makati. There's certainly more affordable or expensive ways to live here in the Philippines, and everyone's experience will be different. I have my own reasons for being based in Manila, but you could save a lot by choosing to live a different lifestyle. First up, housing. For my studio-style condo in Makati, I pay 25,000 pesos per month. This works out at 360 British pounds or $440. Keep in mind that luxury apartments and condos in prime locations can be considerably more expensive, and alternatively, you could save a lot by living in private rooms. Eric from Videolux Philippines recently did a similar cost of living video here in Makati. I'd really recommend watching that video and checking out his channel in general after this video. Now let's talk about utilities. My monthly cost for electricity most recently was just under 3,000 pesos. That works out at 42 British pounds or $50. Being from Scotland, I use air conditioning pretty much constantly when in my condo, so I think 3,000 pesos isn't bad at all. I should mention that I don't use my kitchen here, so there's no stove or oven being used. I have heard horror stories about utilities companies massively overcharging people here, but luckily I haven't had this happen to me. Wi-Fi is charged separately, and my package with a local supplier costs 1,400 pesos per month, working out at 20 British pounds or $25. I also pay 100 pesos per month for water to the building management, which is next to nothing. Food is a big part of any budget, and as I've just mentioned, I don't cook or really buy much in the way of groceries. I typically eat 2 meals a day, with lunch ranging from 100 to 300 pesos depending on where I go. As I mentioned in a previous video, there's a couple of great local carinderias near my condo where you can get a decent enough meal for just 100 pesos, which is just £1.40 or $1.80. I find this is a great way to eat affordably, so I eat there around 5 days a week or so. On the other days I head to affordable restaurants and normally spend around 300 pesos, which is £4.30 or $5.20. In the evenings I tend to spend a bit more. On working days, this is normally around about 400 pesos, which is around £5.70 or $7. A nicer meal on the weekends normally costs me anywhere from 500 up to 750 pesos, but there are plenty of more upmarket restaurants where your bill will easily run over 1,000 pesos. I previously found groceries pretty expensive here for the kind of foods that I enjoyed, which is partly why I don't bother cooking in my condo, as I'm not sure I'd actually save much. But I do spend a couple of thousand every month on things like bottled water, soft drinks, bread, noodles, and my guilty pleasure, chocolate. Makati has a vibrant nightlife scene and a wide range of entertainment options. I love my nightlife and enjoy playing billiards in the evenings with some beers. I don't have a specific cost for this, to be honest, although I spend quite a lot more than I should. I'm going to allow 10,000 pesos in my budget for this, but it can be significantly more or less just depending on what I get up to. What I do know is this is definitely the easiest area I could choose to save money on. A bottle of local beer in the bar in Makati will set you back on average 150 pesos, which works out at £2.15 or $3. The cheapest I found here in Makati is 140 pesos and the most expensive was 250 pesos. I had many people comment on my last cost of living video saying I could buy beers in a supermarket to save on the cost. Whilst you can do this, it just isn't for me. I have some other costs such as international health insurance, which is 2,800 pesos per month, my local phone SIM, which is 300 pesos per month, and subscription services such as Netflix and Spotify, which come to around 1,400 pesos per month. In total, I'll put these additionals at 4,500 pesos per month, working out at 65 British pounds or $80. So to summarize my monthly cost, we've got 25,000 pesos per month in rent, 4,500 per month for utilities including Wi-Fi, 21,000 on lunch and dinner for the month, 3,000 on other groceries, 10,000 on nightlife, though this can vary greatly, and 4,500 in additionals. This brings my total monthly cost of living my lifestyle in Makati to 68,000 pesos per month, which is 975 British pounds or $1,200. And yes, I'm expecting a wave of comments saying that's far too much, but just a reminder that these are my costs and yours could be very different. I have friends that spend far less per month and others that spend a lot more. As I said at the start of this video, I acknowledge Makati is one of the most expensive areas and you could live far more affordably elsewhere in the Philippines, but I wanted to give a transparent view into my monthly cost of living here in Makati as a foreigner. I do intend to venture into new areas within the Philippines, but for now I'm comfortable in Makati and will be here for the foreseeable future. I hope you found this video helpful and insightful, and if you did, please leave a comment below letting me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching right until the end, and until next time, maraming salamat at ingat po.